A chance to add more luster to the Brass City?
There's a big bright light at the end of that tunnel, and we're ready to go through it.
That's the objective.
As Waterbury grows, so does the region. As Waterbury grows, so does the valley.
The initiative, fittingly, is called the Waterbury. It's what Mayor Neil O'Leary and a number of private partners have just rolled out.
But what's unique about this initiative is this is a public-private partnership, and everyone's got a vested interest, and that vested interest is do better, feel better, a better place to live, work, and play.
With some theatrics and academics involved, the city is now showcased in a new video, all geared towards growth.
The problem is Waterbury was always the stain. It always had a black mark on it from one reason or another, and this whole initiative, I think, changes that.
There will always be naysayers, but the message from the mayor here is that his city is on the move.
We're on the move big time. People need to recognize and understand that the city is in such a different place than it was 20 years ago. And working with the state of Connecticut and support from the governor's office, we've turned the city around.
And despite the pandemic, Waterbury is promoting the fact they are well positioned.
We have to get that story out about the treasures of Waterbury and see if we can convince those really from around the world that Waterbury is a thriving community.
The truth is, we got to get the good news out so people start to feel better about their city and their state.
In Waterbury, Jim Altman, Fox 61 News.